So today we're gonna do a little loading, just a little bit. I don't want to overdo myself. It's cold. The sun's almost down already. Um, I am starting this so late in the day, just so I will be forced to stop. Because if I don't have a forced stop, I have a really hard time stopping. So this will just give me a very clear out. Essentially, all I want to do is load the back of the kiln. Uh, which I'm a little confused about because I'm missing some bricks already. I don't remember how I unloaded this kiln last, so we'll have to figure all that out in a sec. I have a very smoky fire going off in the background as well. Dima, Brian, how are you guys? I don't know if you guys saw my stories or on my, I didn't post anything yet. I had to stop the soda firing. I was there from 12 a.m. to 5 a.m. and we had 40-mile-an-hour winds and the burners were getting really sketchy, so I just killed the gas. So I'm incredibly sleep deprived and I have nothing to show for it because I'm going to have to go back in like 2 days and do it all again. Better to be safe than sorry. I have no, I think if it was my kiln, I probably would have pushed through and just gone with the firing anyway. It's not my kiln, not my decision, and I was about to leave, so I'm not gonna worry about it. Looks like I did not clean these. This is what the kiln shelves look like at the end of each firing. Really, really gnarly. It's chilly. Really gnarly. All the wads stuck. These were in the far back. You can see how gross they are and grody. So this is what they look like when they come out. All of this white, all of the wadding, all of the grit, all of the puffiness, all has to be ground out every single time. Um, you're into it? Good. What's up, Emmy? So first thing we're gonna do, I'm just gonna take a look in the kiln. I'm just gonna crawl in there and see what it looks like, see how well I actually cleaned it. And if I cleaned okay, then we're gonna grab like broken kiln shelves because I don't feel like grinding those and just store them in the back just so I have less grinding to do later on. Which also means I need to get the wadding, which I think I brought out here somewhere. Oh yeah, it's right here. So let me just climb in here real quick. Something else I want to do is cut this board down, but that's not what we're going to do right now. So let me just get in here. You can see why my back's in pain all the time. Oh, so I'm crawling into places like this. Okay, cool. So it looks like I cleaned this out pretty well. I even put a fresh coat of wash in here. So that's exciting. So let me go grab. I don't know if you guys saw my hat that my dad gave me a little while ago. I can't people today. Seems like a very fitting hat for me. Yeah, well, I could take my second job is cremation, I guess. If we're gonna get dark right here, it'd be perfect. It is called a coffin kiln for a reason. You have to really get in there. So let me go grab some broken parts of a shelf. I'll be right back. See if I even have them. If I don't, we'll just load what I have. Hi, beautiful. Hi, gorgeous girl. Do you need a cookie? Obviously. So we're not gonna do much loading, by the way. So, yo, it's going okay. I'm sleep deprived. I have nothing to show for it. That's okay. Um, we're gonna do like an hour or two of loading each day instead of doing what I normally do is just do it all in one session. I just can't handle that with my back. So I wanted to get the back done and then is that tick? Wait, hold on. Okay, you're good. we'll go from there. So let me go see if I can find a broken kiln shelf real quick. I think you guys will be able to hear me while I go over that. You will lose Bluetooth when I have to walk all the way to my studio to grab new pots, but we might not even get that far. It's already pretty dark inside the kiln. I can't really see. I kind of need a flashlight if I want to keep going. So, okay, half shelf there, half shelf there, half shelf there. Okay, so it looks like I have some stuff that could be helpful. I think this stuff, I am actually not 100% sure. I have oh, I have a bunch of little pieces of kiln. So we're just gonna bring this all back there. Oh God, this is why I need the answer shells. These are too heavy for my poor decrepit body. I was talking to you guys already, but those advanced shells, I'm 100% gonna do it. And I'm not gonna do it for this firing, but 250 a shelf, totally worth it. The more I think about it, the more it makes sense to do. So here's some shelves. What I need to do now, these are so, I mean, even those shards are heavy. It's crazy. So we're gonna do next, I'm just gonna grab a little bit of wadding. I don't actually know if any of those can fit back there appropriately. So we'll do what we can do. At the moment, what I think I'm gonna do is fire my kiln next Tuesday. As of right now, the weather looks really beautiful, and Tuesdays are a pretty free day for me in general. So I think that's going to be the deal. I usually teach a student on Tuesday nights. I haven't seen her in a couple weeks, and I would like to teach her. I just don't know if that's going to be plot. Hello, gorgeous girl. Thanks for coming back. Take some cookies. So, did I say what we're doing? We're loading the kiln. So here's my nice bit of wadding. We're just going to firm it up a little bit. And so one of the ways I dry out my kiln is a couple days before I'm going to actually fire it, I put heat lamps in there, and that just kind of dries things out, and then I can crank the temperature. It's something that I don't see anybody else doing, and I don't really know why. It's a really kind of easy way to quickly dry your kiln out. Okay, I'm going to get in there again really slow. I'm going to try not to hurt myself. I'm going to take my log of wadding and let's see what we can do. I'm just going to put these in as far as I can get them, so I don't have to awkwardly lean back later. Okay. Now, I don't know how much you guys can see of me doing this. Um, I think for this part, I'm just gonna accept that you won't be able to see that much. And when we do the next parts, maybe I'll reposition the whatever it's called, camera. So at the moment, I'm just making a couple balls of wadding, relatively equal size. I'm gonna do 4 of them. I'm gonna place them back in there as best as I can. I have a bag wall, a secondary bag wall in here, and the reason behind that is I realized that the back of my kiln, at the speed that I would like to fire, cannot cannot get the temperature in time, so I would have to fire my kiln a lot slower in order to actually get to the same temperature. So I'm bored of that. I don't want to do that. I want to just crank, get the temp, be done. This is a one-person kiln, even though I fire with two. And the idea is that I can fire it real hot, real fast, small teaware styled stuff. And I do not have to be reliant on other people, use a lot of fuel, and all of that fun stuff. Okay, that kiln shelf was absolutely perfect. And now we're only going to need one more. I'm not going to use this one. We're not going to need it. This one doesn't have any wash on, so I'm just going to avoid it. But we're going to use this other one that has a little bit of wash already. And then I'll show you what we're going to put in on top of these shelves. This is just going to make my life a hell of a lot easier for cleanup later later on when we're unloading the kiln. And it's, yeah. Again, I'm sorry that you guys are just kind of looking at my butt sticking halfway out the kiln. But, you know, that's all part of it. That's what pottery is, just looking at some dude's butt as they struggle to do kiln-related things. Okay, what direction? Oh, this is even a silicon carbide shell? Yeah, it is. Why is it wider? I'm not like mad that it's a wider shelf, but it is. It seems like it's 13 inches instead of 12 inches, which is gonna kind of screw me up a little bit, I think. Oh, come on. All right, just trying to do this without hurting myself. So, again, that's why we're doing this over a 2-day period. That's right. You're gaining nothing. Gaining nothing from going faster. Oh, okay. Kiln shelves in. This is not a practical kiln. I've said this to many people, don't build this kiln. And the people who insist they want to build it anyway, and there have been some, I've told them what they need to do to make it better. Because there are improvements to it. But so this firing takes between 9 and 13 hours. And we'll do it on next Tuesday or something like that. Hello, beautiful. Yes, I see you. You're gorgeous. Here's some cookies. Enjoy yourself. Okay, now that those shelves are in, we can start moving in the pieces there in the back. I'll get out of my way, please. You're in my way. I'm going to put in the things I don't care about first in the very back. The one I care about least is this stone sculpture thing. This was going to be a whistle. This is where the whistle part was going to be, and I got bored, honestly. And I just walked away, and I was like, "Is this kind of be a kind of a cool rock sculpture that I can just have on my tea tray while I'm drinking tea? Just something to kind of enjoy that serves no purpose." So let me just put what I can into the kiln, and so when I crawl in there, I'll minimize how many times I have to crawl in and out. So we're gonna get that guy in first. The biggest one will go in last because it's gonna be the biggest pain in my ass to like put in. The next one that's gonna be the most difficult is probably gonna be this next tallest one. This kind of cool black whistle. Pretty excited for it. This is probably the one I'm most excited for, even though the sound's not as the best. I'm just more excited about the color and things like that. Let me throw this in there. And it looks like maybe we can get the first row of pottery down in here as well. and I'll give you guys a better angle for that. But the sun's going down fast, so I don't even know. The point is, I just wanted to start, get it going. I'm feeling okay right now. I would like to go to bed soon, but we're doing what we can. Okay, so I think this one probably looks the coolest. It's like dahlia root. Kind of cool. Putting my mouth on glaze is not my favorite thing, but you know. No, like I was telling you guys when we were doing all the wadding the other day, wadding is very fragile, and so I'm going to try to minimize how many times I actually have to put it down, otherwise things will break. And here's the like weird puffer fish that broke from that release. This one was my favorite whistle until it broke, and then now we just have this piece of it. It made that really cool guttural sound, and now it doesn't really. It just makes a stock standard whistle sound. It's not a bad sound, but like it's kind of like a cool little puffer fish. I don't know who's gonna buy this. You know, I think that'll just probably stay in my personal collection. I mean, obviously everything will always be for sale, but yeah, trying to find buyers for niche things is hard. It's hard enough doing it with the T-ware. Okay. What I really should have done was bring um, a flashlight in here, and that is somewhat regrettable, but you know, it is what it is. I can't do anything about it now. I mean, I could just go grab a flashlight, but I'm not going to. And so I have no right to complain about it. Okay. Looking good. I wish there was going to be more thermal mass back here. There isn't. Um, Mainly because we broke that one whistle, which was so big. And then my friend, who usually brings something big when he comes, did not bring anything large this time. And it was my fault. I didn't ask him for something specifically large. So that's on me. He didn't know because I didn't ask him for it. But that's okay. Anything in the back will help the thermal mass. So usually I put like 6 big vases in there, and there's nothing in there right now. So maybe this will just be a worse fire. Maybe it'll be a better firing. Maybe it'll be a slower firing because it's not packed as much. There's going to be more airflow, which means the flame is going to move out faster, which means it's not going to hold as much heat. I kind of think that might be an advantageous thing for us. We could always fire it slowly, but I have a friend who takes the first 6-hour shift. Last time he fired it too quickly. It kind of, I think, could have done with a little bit slower firing. If this is the case, then it'll force him to go slower. So um, I'd have to hear the song. Will you send it to me on like Instagram or something? Hey Joyce. And then here's our biggest boy. Which sounds pretty cool. Yeah, TikTok works. I have not been going, as you may have noticed, maybe not. The first time I've been on TikTok was today to post my April Fool's video. Otherwise, I have not been. I've not been present on TikTok. I'm bored of it. I don't want to be on it anymore. I mean, I will go on because every so often, because it is smart to, post things and be present. And, I did build an audience there. No, please don't break. No, don't do it. Please, 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 please don't break. Please don't break. This water, I swear, it's going to be a bane of my existence. It just loves, when you put it down too many times, it loves just to crumble on you. I'm not really sure why it likes it so much. Oh well. What I do know is that, hold on, I'm very slowly trying to get further into my kiln. Oh, okay. Just to make this next part a little bit easier on my back. Actually, let me just not talk for a second. I might swear a bit right here. So just keep that in mind. Come on, buddy. This is so impractical. Why did I build a kiln like this? This was so silly of me. I can't put this down. Oh shit. Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. Oh no, oh god, no. Oh my god. I just did something really, really, really stupid. I put it in with my wrong arm, and now I can't put it down. Oh no. When people put they do that thing with the bottles or whatever, and you put your hands through a an object, and then someone hands you stuff, and then you can't get your hands out without dropping an open canister or something. I've just done the same thing to myself with this whistle, and if I can just bend my wrist. Oh god. Oh, my wrist was not meant to bend that direction. Wow, that was a mistake, guys. Don't do that. Don't do what I just did. that was so silly. I should have gone in with my left hand instead of my right hand. I wasn't thinking about that logically. Can't do much about it now. Well, now I can actually. I can go in. Now I can go with my left hand if I can get my left hand in there. Then I can turn this thing over here. Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah, guys. There we go. We're good. Who was freaking out? Not me. Definitely not me. Okay. Oh, God. How do I get out of this? Olive, help me out, please. Can you pull my legs out or something? One of the reasons I also bricked up the back of this kiln was so I could stop having to climb all the way into it. Because as you can see, it's kind of a pain to climb all the way in there. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, she's ready for me. She's ready to help me out in dire situations. Okay, so the next thing we need to do, I'm going to show you guys real quick what I just did. I'm not going to climb in. So essentially, I just put everything behind this bag wall that I've introduced into my kiln a couple firings ago. And so everything behind that is, we have the whistles and all that. Thank you, Garden. And so now what we're going to do, I have these bricks under here. I'm going to re-brick up the top of this. So this is going to be a closed section. So it's going to have the air holes through. You can kind of see my whistles in the background there. The next thing is just to seal up that section. I just need to find these bricks, find the right ones in the right orientation. So, would you like me to throw that ball, little dog? I got you. I got you. Okay. So this one's broken, which looks like it was on the top, and it broke, sheared off. Not the end of the world. I don't really need that to be fixed anyway. This one will go in like this. I'm just playing this out of my head. So this one goes in like this, and then we're gonna have one like this. Okay, we're gonna have one like this. This will be in the front. One like this, and that last one will be on top. That's like a half brick. And then once we do that, I don't think I'm gonna push my luck with my back. I think I'm not gonna do any more loading. I think it is with you guys here. I don't want to hurt myself again, and so I think just getting this part done is huge, and we can do more tomorrow. It's not supposed to be raining tomorrow. It's supposed to be cloudy but not rainy, and then it's supposed to rain a bunch. Hello, beautiful. Want a cookie? I got you. Okay, let me emotionally prepare to get in there again. Also, I'm going to do a right after this video, I'm going to do a members only video of showing off my grandparents' sculptures, have them play music. We'll sit there, watch that for a bit, just because I haven't been posting to that part of the channel. So just as a heads up, we're going to do that directly after this. Okay. Oh, you know what? While we're talking out loud, what I want to do as well, and maybe you guys can remind me, I want to buy some more refractory cement, go to Lowe's, and I want to make this plane even. This was a mistake. I started building the kiln from the back front, which means this was slightly offset. And I mean, we're fine. It's not the end it would just make my life easier in the long term. But I just want to quickly look real quick at I don't know, I didn't have to say quick again there. Just make sure the arch is actually stable here. Kiln looks relatively stable. I think it probably won't collapse anytime soon. I hope. And if it does, I hope I'm not in there when it collapses like the last kiln I built. Ow. That hurts. Okay, back in I go. Wish me luck. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna try to just lie down on this one and do it like this. Again, I kind of wish I had bigger pieces to be putting into the back. I don't. It's okay. Not the end of the world. Kind of nice if I did, but you know, I don't have anything else, and I don't have enough clay to make anything else. So it is what it is, you know. Like I said, there is a potential for it being an advantageous thing to slow down the firing, because there will be more flow, which means the kiln will have to be fired slower. So man, why is everything in pottery so heavy? Every single thing you hold is like weighs metric ton. Like each one of these bricks must be like, I don't know, 8 pounds each, something like that. Oh, what? What is this? What is this annoyance right here? I'm gonna have to readjust myself. Again, I apologize that you guys are just like having to stare at my butt most of the time. If I had a nicer butt, maybe it'd be a better experience, but I do not, so you just have to bear with me. Shoot. Why is this gonna be like this? Actually, that's fine. When it dries, it'll be fine. I ran out of wadding, so I gotta just throw another, or get another piece real quick. Oh yeah, she's great. Yeah, fair. This is like just me groaning, grunting, and making sounds in the background, so it's not the most exciting video, you know. But this part too is probably the least enjoyable because you guys can't even really see what I'm doing. When we move further up the kiln and do the actual like little pots and things, yeah, fair. So, yeah, I always cover up the front. You'll see what I'm gonna do, Joyce. But the thing is, how about beautiful talk? Let me throw for you. I got you. No, you want me to throw or not? You can't take the ball. Bring it over here, please. Thank you. Um, there's a lot of access points to my kiln, and so it's even if I cover everything up, it's still exposed. So I will, but there's a giant holes in the back. There's a passive dampers that are open. There's a doozy. What's it? Um, all right, let me just get this one done. I'll show you guys what we did because you saw the first part, and now you'll see what it looks like once the wall has been covered up. Okay. I'm gonna make a mental note as well to grab a new full brick, so can really cover up there. Thanks, Garden. So this is what I mean by the kiln glazing itself. All of this really pretty sheen, right? That's just the ash. Isn't that cool? So all of that's just the ash from the kiln. Obviously, I'm not going to be glazing my bricks. So just something kind of cool. All right, let me show you guys what we just did. We'll cover up the kiln, and that's going to be it for today after I show you guys. I don't want to hurt myself, so we're just going to do this little at a time. It's getting too dark anyway, so I can't really do much anyway. So let me show you now what it looks like after you saw the bag wall before. So now, bag wall is all covered up. You can see the pots in the background, but it just kind of blocks in the kiln. It would have been better to have a full brick up there, but again, we don't have it, so we're not going to worry about it at the moment. So now this space in the front is going to hold 9 12 by 24 shelves, and that will be where all the actual stuff goes. So let me just show you this. So Joyce, this is what I kind of just do to close up the kiln when I'm not using it. I have a bunch of bricks here. What do I do with that? I don't want to put it back in because I'm going to use it. I'll just put them outside. All I do, I have this big board here. I put it up front. I have my door. I push my door against it. So, nothing big can get in there. Thank you guys. And then the other thing I'm just going to quickly do, which I don't know if you can see or not, you can't, is my garden right here to my right. I'm just going to I'm going to bring these kiln shelf pieces inside with the ones we didn't use, because that'll be nice to have. I can break them up and use them as chunks to stagger sizing, which will be helpful. Now, these bricks that are here, I guess these could all be left out if I really wanted to. They're there just to clog up the kiln at the very end of the firing. I'd rather they didn't get wet though, so I think what I'm going to do is just actually put them in front of the kiln. This used to be my door on my original kiln. It had a lever and it went up and down, which is kind of cool. I decided that wasn't really the best method for me. So I switched out from that. So I have this. Oh, this is a horrible piece. It's broken. So never mind. I was gonna say I have this arch brick here, and I think an arch brick on the top of the kiln, where that broken half brick, full brick up there could go, would be a nice replacement. So I think tomorrow, maybe I'll take this brick and I'll replace it with that part facing forward. And you can see it's an arch brick because it graduates in. It's a little bit wide, narrower than it is there. And you can buy bricks in all different types of sizing. This can be exposed, but who cares? Let me show you guys my view in my garden real quick while we're out here. My yew trees. I have a little fire going over there. This is my greenhouse right there. I have a pond. Here's my garden. And here's little dog. But it's not bad. It's this used to be an old dairy farm. And so like my kiln, this is an old silo that I built, the kiln inside. And my father and I built this cool curved roof. And these were old pieces of a boat, of a sailboat. And we made our own for the ones further back. But pretty cool. It's a beautiful evening. I just had to get out here and do something. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to go put the rest of this stuff away. I'm going to do a really kind of like cool little short members only video showing off this space here, which is my grandfather's kind of gallery space. And I'm going to show some of the sculptures in action and all that fun stuff. So that'll start in like 10 minutes once I put everything away. Okay, I'm going to go. Nice seeing you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. I don't know what time we're going to be loading. It's going to be really weather specific, but we're just going to try to do essentially one row of shelves at a time. And that's it. I don't want to hurt myself. So we're going to just go nice and slow, just get it done because I want to fire in a week from now on next Tuesday, unless hi, beautiful. You need a cookie? Is that what you're doing here? Okay. Anyway, I'll see you guys in a bit, maybe, or tomorrow, definitely. Okay, bye.